possibly some help. To see if they can get into the top 4. We'll have a full recap of all standings through 5 in just a moment. Final few shots underway. Game 6, final game, boys team qualifying coming up next here on Bowl TV. We'll have our top 2 teams from the start of the day on 15 and 16, the United States and Japan, coming up next here on Bowl TV. All right, folks, we have scores updated through 5 games. United States 46-73, averaging better than 233 as a team. Lead the way. They've built up a sizable lead over the rest of the field. Sweden moves into second overall, 44-39, 13 pins ahead of Japan, who's at 44-26. Holding the last spot at the moment is Canada at 42-46. Norway 13 pins behind for the final spot at 42-33. .45 pins behind them is Finland at 41-88. Germany 41-83. Singapore 41-53. Korea 41-17. Then some distance between them and the rest of the field. For all events, Wesley Lowe, Jr. of the United States, holds a 15-pin advantage in the all events category over Pontus Andersson of Sweden. 39-46 for Wesley, 39-31 for Pontus. Jesper Svensson sits in third at the moment, 38-74 his total. Next closest competitor is Japan's Takua Miyazawa at 37.94. So it's looking like a 3-player race here. Should be fun to watch. Sweden over on 19-20 along with Norway. There's Ryota Yakua delivering the early double for Japan. Miyazawa is their anchor. He'll be ready to step up for looking for a double of his own in a moment. There's Wesley Lowe, the defending all events champion here at the World Youth Championships, looking to make it 2 in a row. He can essentially watch his competition, have no idea if Wesley is keeping track of scores or not. Gonna say no for the all events part. That's our job back here, to keep track for everybody watching. But a lot of excitement here coming down. Who's going to get that final spot? And who is going to take home all events gold? Again, everything we say here will be unofficial on our parts. Until we get the official word from good folks with World Bowling to make sure we got the right totals. So far, we've been pretty good at calling them. So hopefully it continues. Strong start for Sweden over to the right of our cameras. 7 out of 8 strikes to start, including doubles from Svensson and Andersson. Jesper unable to strike in the third frame, though, leaves the 3-9. All right, the United States, pretty sizable lead heading into the final game over the rest of the field, and off once again to a great start here on Bowl TV. As they look to claim the #1 spot for qualifying. It's looking pretty clear that there's a big separation as well between Sweden and Japan for 2-3, and Canada coming into this final game. Both Sweden and Japan off to solid starts. It doesn't look like either of them are going to have a rough game to fall out of either the 2 or 3 spots, so that looks like a potential matchup in the semifinals. Big question mark though, who's going to be the last team in? Canada is the team inside the number at the moment, 42-46. They were 13 pins ahead of Norway, 58 pins ahead of Finland, 63 pins ahead of Germany, and 93 ahead of Singapore. Once again, for the all events race, Wesley Lowe held a 15-pin advantage over Sweden's Pontus Andersson. Jesper Svensson was 72 pins behind Wesley. And then Miyazawa from Japan, 152. So there was 80-pin difference between Miyazawa and Svensson for the final spot. Miyazawa can max out at 269 now. So Svensson would have to find a way to get to at least 190 to shut him out here. Jesper more than likely good for it, but you never know until the final ball is thrown. Just a reminder, we will not be done on Bowl TV after this final game. We'll take a quick break. Before we get to the girls qualifying portion of the event. That's scheduled to start at 6 Eastern, 5 p.m. local time here in Lincoln, Nebraska, so about an hour and a half away. That might be pushed back depending on how long this final game takes everyone. Looks like the United States also on its way to setting the qualifying record here at the 2016 event. It's been a record-setting type of week. They just need 716 to get there this game, so I feel they are going to fly past that, especially looking at their start as we hit the halfway point. Few miscues from Canada in the early going. Norway just one open so far. Germany clean in the 4th frame. One open for Finland. Two early opens for Singapore as well. So it looks like Norway has jumped back into the 4th spot. That's where they started the day. And whether or not they can continue to hold on to it, they still got half a game to solidify that spot. A few players working on strikes. Perfect 4th frame for Norway. Looking to keep it going in the 5th. Over on 19 and 20. Pontus Anderson has started with 4 strikes in a row. So technically he has surpassed Wesley Lowe if you're looking at max scores. In the all events portion of the event, 15 pins the difference. That might be trouble for the defending all events champion. 6-8. Wesley has not found a strike on lane 15 yet this game. That might be big trouble for the young two-hander if he wants to claim his 3rd gold of the week. Makes a run at it, gives a few pins back. Again, Anderson 4 for 4 in the strike department here in the finale. Tough break there for Katsuhito Nakano, the frame number 6, working on 5 in a row. The stuffed nickel. Two opens in the 5th frame for Norway. Although their 1st and 4th bowler both working on 3 baggers. Perfect at 5th frame for Canada. They've already tacked another one on in the 6th. Don't think Singapore is going to be able to start striking enough to get back into this unless they have some help along the way. Not a ton of strikes for them here in the early going. One open for Germany. Finland has 2 opens so far. 2 strikes in the 5th for both of them, bowling on 21 and 22. Pontus Anderson 5 for 5 over on 19 and 20. Simonson getting in front of the ball return. Wesley Lowe's going to lose another 10 pins in the all events race. Jesper Svensson can still shoot .267 this game. Means Wesley would have to have a pretty rough game in the 180s or so to not catch, or for Wesley to drop any further.
Mr. Smith, United States came here with a plan in mind, and that was to win a third consecutive team title. And now they're putting themselves in position in record fashion. You mentioned already the 6-game record of 53-89 set by Sweden in 2012, but also a possibility, the 3-game record, they fell 11 pins short yesterday. 3-game record of 27.95 set by the United States in 2014 is a possibility now with the 906 game. So, see if we can get there in an exciting record way. But remember, the new twist, the plot twist for the semifinals tomorrow is the new Baker format.
Yeah, definitely will be interesting. Best 2 out of 3 for that. It's going to be definitely going to be a change of pace, that's for sure. Teams have got the opportunity to kind of settle in. You could make up for a slow start with a big finish. Frames go fast in Baker.
Well, in this team format too, you can have 1 or 2 players have just an absolutely terrific day and win it all. But in the Baker format, it's even across the board, so you need everybody on the same page.
Two opens in the 6th frame for Canada. So nobody really running away with this 4th and final seed yet. Germany still looking pretty good. They were 63 pins back, just 1 open. That's the least amount out of the group. Has a chance to get there. Norway, 3 opens so far. Handful for Canada, 2 or 3 for Finland as well. Definitely too close to call at the moment. Teams at different parts of the game. Pontus Anderson looking to put an exclamation point on his overall effort here. 6 in a row to start. Captured a gold medal in doubles back in 2014. Had the bronze this year with Jesper Svensson. In great position to finish this game off. Max score for Wesley Lowe now 226. So Pontus would have to find a way to get to 242. Having 6 in a row definitely helps that. Trouble for Norway to start the 7th. Arvid Espen working on 4 in a row, leaves the 2-8-10. Big miscue from Germany, missed 4-7 from Tobias. Michael Tang putting together a nice finish here. Jesper leaves a flat 7 in the 7th. His max down to 246 now. Looking more and more likely like he will be our bronze medalist in all events. Cameron connects for a double of his own. Record total well within reach for the 6-game mark. 3-game mark definitely out there as well.
And of course, the big challenge for the U.S. is staying focused coming in tomorrow. Pinfall drops. No matter how many hundreds of pins ahead of the field they finish today, it's all riding on essentially one best-of-3 Baker match. So at that point, is the pressure on them, or is it on their opponent, whoever the 4th seed ends up being? I mean, the number 4 seed coming in with really nothing to lose. You know, that team would be 400 or 500 pins behind the U.S. and now evens it up going on to the semifinals. So I would say probably mental advantage maybe to that team coming in, but the U.S. obviously a strong contender. Looking forward to talking to them and seeing, you know, what the mental game plan is.
Another thing the U.S. will have on its advantage in that, looking at the contenders, is that whether it's Norway, Germany, Finland, Canada, on the boys' side this year, they may have in the past, but none of them have been to the medal round yet this year. The U.S. has already had a few players have that experience of knowing when it's just down to the Final Four and can rely on that. But yeah, it's definitely anybody's ball game once it gets into the Baker format.
Well, also the strategy of doing the lineup certainly could be interesting too, because normally you want your strongest players to finish. In this case, that would make your strongest players going to start as well, because the leadoff bowler, who in many cases is your little firecracker there to get things started, get the team excited, is going to be bowling the 9th frame as well, because 2 players will have to bowl 3 frames. And then your number 2 bowler, who arguably would be the one with the worst look on the team, I guess, in this case, would be your anchor bowler for the 10th frame. So we'll talk to the coaches a little bit and see, you know, how all that's coming into play. Of course, if it comes down to the 10th frame, you want your shot maker there for Sweden. That guy's going to be Pontus Anderson without a doubt. He has made some shots all week long and now making some shots here in the final game to run away with this all events title.
Yeah, at this point, once again, if Wesley Lowe strikes out, he can get to 226. Pontus would need to get to 242, 7 in a row. That's 3 spares as 250s from here. So for Pontus, just needs to avoid the big miscue. But nobody wants to take this 4th spot, Matt. That's the crazy part. Starting the 8th frame on 19 and 20, 7th frame on 21 and 22. They're already in the 8th frame on 23 and 24. That's where Canada and Singapore is at. It's I couldn't give you a front runner at this point. Germany got off to the strong start. Looked like they were going to close up some ground. They've had a few miscues in the past few frames. Canada really hasn't gotten it going. And Norway has run into some splits, including a 4-9 to kick off the 8th frame. Back-to-back splits for Arvid Espen. Sweden still has 1074 out there this game as they started the 8th frame with a strike from Svensson, who could still shoot 246. 279 out there for Philip Williamson. Anton Algren at 249. Pontus Anderson hasn't missed yet. He could still shoot 300. Roll of the dice for the 4th spot. The USA is essentially a shot away here from passing the all-time record for the 6-game total. Ryota Yakua, 5 in a row for Japan. Ball in another nice game. They've just been steady and consistent this whole time. And that's essentially going to end Wesley Lowe's run at back-to-back all events titles. His max now 205. Pontus Anderson would need to essentially not show up the last few frames to not find a way to get into the 220s.
Some teams starting to wrap things up, and got the calculators blazing here. We'll get the numbers for you. Still in record territory. For the U.S. and Sweden here in the final game. United States can get the 3-game record to go along with the 6-game record that's already already been achieved. Sweden not backing down, trying to get that single game record back.
Over on lanes 5 and 6, Hong Kong's Alex Yu has started off with 9 consecutive strikes. That's going to run down there real quick. And for the requests, as soon as we're done here on 15 and 16, we will switch the cameras over to the final few frames between our other teams. Probably won't have scoreboards up in a timely manner or at all, but we'll do our best to let you know what's going on. Pontus Anderson did connect in the 8th frame, 8 in a row. He's going to be your all events champion. Canada and Singapore about to enter the 10th frame. They'll be the first ones there. Last ones will be Germany and Finland. The United States has already set the record here in the team event for the 6-game mark. This is all bonus. We know 3 teams already. Who is going to take the 4th spot? Doyle makes it 5 in a row. Canada has started frame number 10. So they'll be the first ones in the books. Miscues from Germany. Yuta Saito from Japan. Gonna be in the 220s. Place for the 2-4-10. Doyle finishes up with a 2:44. Simonson can still get to 2:59. Wesley Lowe will just need some count to hold on to the silver medal in all events. Of course, this is all unofficial. From our sense, for the 18 games of qualifying. Dylan Hunter finishes with 2:45 for Canada. Unfortunately, some struggles for Jordan Clausen this game. Max out at 161. Once again, really too close to tell. No one running away with this final spot. But we will switch the cameras over as soon as we're done on 15 and 16. Pontus Anderson getting ready to step up in the 9th frame. Looking to make it 9 for 9. Gets it, so we will have a 10th frame opportunity at 300. Pontus Anderson is going to be your gold medal winner in all events. Talk about putting a cap on it. Have the opportunity to fire 300 to do so. It is going to be an exciting medal round tomorrow. 3 powerhouse teams who are looking super tough. Definitely in there. We're going to have a 4th one, the wild card, if you will. Looking to face off against the United States.
All right, Aaron Smith, United States is going to be the #1 seed. 9 on the fill here. And they break the 3-game record as well. 6 game already done, 1 game already done yesterday. And now Wesley Lowe, max score 908. And he guessed it, 908 is the number.
55-81. There's the final shot from Japan. Great effort by them. 53-19. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We know you want it, so we're going to switch them over. Bear with us as we get the cameras ready. All right, here it goes. We should have theme music for this, Matt. All right, the cameras have been moved. Make sure we get all 19 in there. All right, 10th frame underway on 19 and 20, as well as 23 and 24. Looks like Canada can get to 5,100 even with 2 more strikes in the 10th from Mitch Houpe. I don't think Norway is going to be able to reach that. Too many miscues down the stretch for Germany. I think Canada is going to grit their teeth through this one and possibly hold on. So again, still trying to get familiar with the scoring system here with how much they can add on at a quick glance. It's going to be less. Houpe left the 4-pin. Second shot of the 10th. He covers it up, 843, 50-89 for Canada. Looks like too many opens down the stretch for Finland and Germany. Germany got off to a strong start.
Well, Aaron, all Norway can get to is 50-58. So they're going to be outside of the top 4 for sure. Cross them off the list right away.
So it's looking like Canada will hang on to that 4th spot. Once again, all these scores very unofficial. We still have some excitement left to go here.
All right, the best Germany can get to is 50-37, so they have been eliminated.
Here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Pontus Andersson stepping up in the 10th, 9 consecutive strikes. He's going to win the gold in all events. Looking to put an exclamation point on it. 10th frame, first one gets it. Does not strike in the 11th, but the damage done puts an exclamation point. On the all events gold front 10. Before a 4-pin stops his run. 289, 972, 54.11. Your boys all events champion, Pontus Andersson. $54.11 finish for Sweden. So our top 4 looks like it's going to be United States taking on Canada, Sweden taking on Japan. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, here on Bowl TV, semifinals and finals, best 2 out of 3 Baker format. Welcome to Lucas Wiseman, still providing Wiseman's jinx even from Indiana. We knew you could do it, big guy. Big thanks to Lucas for joining us. Big thanks to everyone for this crazy, exciting round here at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. So we got some folks to talk to. We're going to do that now. We're turning the cameras off. So about an hour for the final 3 games of girls qualifying here on Bowl TV. For Matt Cannizzaro, I'm Aaron Smith. We'll see you soon. Thanks again for joining us at the World Bowling Youth Championships in Lincoln, Nebraska.